on. We are moderating this. Hold on, please.
It's a conference on ethno-linguistic restructuring of the Nigerian state.
For autonomous Rivers region with capital at Port Harcourt.
Rivers State has to tell us here who are the indigenous ethnicities in Rivers State and what is the traditional name of Port Harcourt.
Hold on. Let me answer the question. Hold on, please. The time is.
The idea of restructuring of Nigeria has come, and I don't think anything can stop it. Burkina Faso is a landlocked state, so are Mali, but they get their imports by arrangement through countries that are by the sea. You don't have to own the sea or own the shore to be able to import. So this question of trying to expand into the sea so that you can have access to the sea is not necessary.
Thank you so much. Of the old Port Harcourt province, being Ikwere, Ogoni, Ekpe, Oba, Egbema, Ndoni, Eche, Oyibo, Tai, and Eleme ethnic nationality. You have Dr. Dike, Panelist, and you have Dr. Dibia as Panelist.
We live in a house, and those of us that live in that house.
Disagreement with our major Igbo brothers, because we were marginalized, seriously marginalized, and seriously oppressed. It was so bad that we were already in that state. And when the war broke out, it became impossible. If we thought of being marginalized in Nigeria, how worse could it have been in a Biafra?
Memorandum of the proposed Rivers region of Nigeria to the Citizens Assembly on restructuring Nigeria into autonomous regions. The current structure of governance from federal, state, and local government areas of Nigeria is unitary, highly undemocratic government.
There is a region called Rivers. Well, I don't know why they adopted an English name, but others goes with their local names. So, but this one is saying Rivers. That's why I ask you people, I was saying that people should use their tongue to cut their teeth very well. Let them not do something that they will regret tomorrow. Yes. What I'm saying is that if there is issue with all these small, ethnic groups, they better merge with the bigger ones and let there be a stipulated law on leadership. If they want it rotational, then they do it rotational. I know why they thought this thing. Well, your contribution is vital to this discussion, but let's go into.
I am the double professor, King Yenke. I am of the Rivers region.
Can you use this one? Use this one.
Thank you.
Maybe closer to your mouth.
Yes, I am of the Rivers region, and with me are my panelists. You have Senator Ben Birabi with me as a panelist. You have Dr. Obowukara, a panelist. You have Chief Israel Abe, panelist. You have Dr. Dike, panelist. And you have Dr. Dibia as panelist. Our presentation is simply a memorandum of the proposed Rivers region of Nigeria to the Citizens Assembly on restructuring Nigeria into autonomous regions. I set it out in this form: governance structure of the current government in Rivers State. The current structure of governance from federal, state, and local government areas of Nigeria is unitary, highly undemocratic government. Local government areas, administratively, are sole administrators. Running the affairs of the system. Implementation of development policies and programs such as education, health, infrastructure, welfare, and many more.
Please, can we have one house, please?
Of citizens are not people-centered. Rather, it is a winner-take-all syndrome. Economically, no investment in industrial projects or programs such as manufacturing, commerce, agriculture through food production, housing development, and many more that are carried out for sustainability and check inflation and hyperinflationary wind blowing no one any good in the state. Whereas the region is famously known as the food basket of the nation. The state resources face winner-take-all situation and unemployment hit the sky. There has been worsening security situation in the state, such that around March this year, at Igruta and Ipo and other communities, in Ikwere communities and other areas in the River State, witnessed a surge of Fulani herdsmen and kidnappers in the communities and perpetuated dastardly acts that led to killing of a prominent member of the Igruta community by Fulani herdsmen, and the law enforcement agents looked the other way, and the residents in the state sleep with one eye open every day. The security architecture is not upgraded to meet global standard in the 21st century. The current governance structure, therefore, is obsolete, outdated, archaic, and dangerously encouraging chicanery, shenanigans, abating corruption, kidnapping, diabolic herdsmen, domestic and international crooks and criminals, social menace, and should urgently be consigned to the dustbin forever. There is an evidence of the killing which is attached to show you that we are not assuming anything here. 2, request for creation of the proposed autonomous rivers region with capital at Port Harcourt. The people of proposed rivers region, popularly known as Forum of Ethnic Nationalities of the old Port Harcourt province, being Ikwere, Ogoni, Ekpe, Ogba, Egbema, Ndoni, Eche, Igbo, Tai, and Eleme ethnic nationalities, making up the following LGAs, namely Port Harcourt, Ikwere, Emohua, Obiakpo, Ahoda East, Ahoda West, Ogba Egbema, Ndoni, Eche, Omuma, Oyibo, Kana, Gokana, Tai, and Eleme, do hereby conscientiously request for an autonomous region to be known and called the Rivers Region of Nigeria, with capital Port Harcourt. Rivers region satisfy the ethno-linguistic cultural affinity, stroke similarity, and geographically contiguous conditions with a common heritage, political, socio-economic identity, and aspirations. The request for creation of the proposed autonomous rivers region with capital at Port Harcourt will observe the following problems: autocracy, impunity, lack of accountability and rule of law, lack of transparency, and so many others. We therefore need a good governance practices with the following 8 principles of good governance. 1. Rule of law. Enforcing fair legal frameworks impartially with full protection of human rights. Participation. Allowing all citizens and women a voice in the decision making, either directly or through legitimate representative. Transparency. Ensuring information is freely available and directly accessible to those affected by decisions. Accountability. Making sure government provide and civil society organization answers to the public and institutional stakeholders. Equity and inclusiveness. Guaranteeing that all members of society, especially the most vulnerable, feel that they have a stake and opportunity to improve their well-being. Effectiveness and efficiency. Producing quality results that meet society's needs while making the best use of available resources. Responsiveness. Serving all stakeholders within reasonable time frame. Conscious-oriented. Mediating different interests in society to reach broad agreement on what serves the best interests of the communities. There is therefore urgent need to dump a government that is lawless, not transparent, not accountable, and replace it with modern governance practice and principles. We therefore propose a regional constitution of the Rivers region that will embody many more of these tenets of good governance practices in the human capital development, economic growth, and prosperity, improve tremendously debt security architecture, and overall well-being of citizens of the regions to a large extent, and will lead to eliminating corruption, weak public institutions, poor infrastructure, and in addition, impact positively nationally if adopted. Our vision. Our vision is to build truly a federal, prosperous, and just country in which every constituent people and federating unit enjoys meaningful autonomy, equitable opportunities, accountable governance, and freedom to realize its full economic, social, and cultural potentials. We need the Charter of Governance for a structured Nigeria. For more than 6 decades after independence, particularly since the return to civil democratic rule in 1999, Nigerians from virtually every part of the Federation have consistently expressed concern over the structure of the organization and operations of Nigerian state. The recurring national conversation on restructuring, devolution of powers, fiscal federation, constitutional reformation, and true federalism demonstrates a broad recognition that the present governance framework requires fundamental reconsideration. While excessive government have introduced various constitutional amendments and administrative reforms, many citizens continue to believe that the underlying constitutional architecture has remained substantially unchanged. Consequently, the question of governance, equitable development, public accountability, fiscal sustainability, national cohesion, and appropriate relationship between the federal government and the constituent people have remained unsolved. In recognition of the foregoing unresolved constitutional issues that militated against the nation's equitable development, public accountability, fiscal sustainability, national cohesion, devolution of powers, true federalism, and many more, the proposed Rivers Region citizens resolved to initiate a historic process of constitutional dialogue founded upon voluntary consultations, mutual respect, and democratic consensus to make Nigeria great by having a federal government with limited powers and its responsibility downsized to include national defense, foreign affairs, currency, immigration, customs, international trade, federal transportation standards, national energy policy, constitutional protection and fundamental rights, national emergency coordination. Other governmental functions devolve to regions such as education, agriculture, health, housing, internal transport, local government, mineral development, economic planning, tourism, land administration, regional policing, traditional institutions. Then the federal government structure shall become effective and efficient. Our commitment to building a strong rivers region. Our vision is to build a truly prosperous and just rivers region in which every citizen in rivers region enjoys meaningful autonomy, equitable opportunities, accountable governance, and the freedom to realize its full economic, social, and cultural potential. We therefore need the blueprint as a guide to achieving our economic governance goals. The economic destiny of Rivers region is to bring prosperity to the citizens of the region first, and by extension to the federal regions of Nigeria. Our untapped resources can be realized by making Rivers region economic hub of federated regions of Nigeria. Specific mini development plans which will deliver accelerated growth and development to every LGA in the region. There will be specialized industrial clusters in all LGAs producing along various value chains for local and export markets. The region will witness an unprecedented influx of businesses and investors because the region will provide a business-friendly and enabling environment for value creation and profitability. Our tourism spend will surge upwards as we will interconnect all parts of our region to each other and to the Atlantic Ocean, and harness our tapestry of cultures by stimulating an exquisite combinations of cultural centers through multi-sectorial collaborations. Education. The Rivers region will rapidly improve our education system to afford our children access to the best education possible, while attracting from other regions and abroad students and families eager to pay competitive fees for top quality education, basic and tertiary, in a conducive socio-economic environment. A chunk of the outward bound medical traffic will also divert to our region, as we shall move or have world standard health facilities and expertise. The region being involved in viable production and services, the region's economy is bound to witness a sharp recovery year on year, and will radically replace unemployment and poverty with quality jobs and social prosperity, aimed to expand internally generated revenue, IGR, from the present 9 billion to above 25 billion monthly. Agriculture. Rivers region.
The 20 minutes is going, sir. It has gone already. Hurry up.
Thank you. Rivers region will convert our rich natural resource endowments into wealth. Create enabling environment from farming products like paddy rice, yams, pepper, cocoyam, corn, and tree leaf yams, and practice aquaculture like fishing, marine fishing, aquaculture, fish, mariculture, crustaceans, crabs and lobsters, and so on, as their preservation and processing. The Rivers region has quite a lot of activities to boost the economy and stabilize the political system, which has been useless to the people of the rivers. And we will introduce blue economy activities. Our region shall stimulate blue economy activities in the region to boost aquaculture, mariculture, and the like, and support processing and preservation. Tourism. The proposed tourism shall give national and international exposure to regions' cultural festivals. Medical tourism. The region shall establish world-class hospital in strategic places in the region with capacity to treat most medical conditions, thus preventing the need for citizens to go abroad for treatment. Youth development centers and community centers. The region shall establish urgently youth development centers and community centers equipped with modern internet facilities to nurture our youths and develop their God-given talents. Technology city. The region shall establish modern technology cities as strategic areas in the region that will provide computer and electronic technology components and service to host businesses and electronic hubs in the region. This is a development in the right direction and a great emancipation for youths and citizens of the region, for prosperity for all in the region. Transport interchange. The region shall have site mega world-class bus, trailer, and train interchange at strategic places in the region as connecting and servicing points to various important neighboring cities. All buses, cars, taxis, and trains will start and end at their journeys there, thus providing trade vocation and broad economic opportunities for the citizens.
I think we will give the remaining time for your people to finish what you are doing. I
Yes.
think it's a teamwork.
With this,
So-
I think our request is already mentioned, that with the facilities we have, with the resources we have, which many of you in Nigeria know, that
Yes,
Rivers,
the order, your colleague will make
that
those
Rivers
comments.
State is economically viable to have a region. Thank you very much.
Can we put our hands together for him? Thank you so much, Prof.
Thank you.
So, Senator, are you the one to speak first or others? So
If
just
you
have
any-
5 minutes
If anyone has any addition,
for you to make a comment before we give the questions to the audience, and so that, yes.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Mine is just a comment. As a matter of fact, I'm basing this comment on what I had, or what we had discussed in the past. First of all, let me thank Ambassador Ojako for a very brilliant and incisive lecture this morning. The only thing he failed to recognize was the fact that the creation of states was a necessity for the resolution of the war. Based on the facts that have been canvassed here, the Rivers people and the now Cross River and Akwa Ibom, we were already in the throes of, disagreement with our major Igbo brothers, because we were marginalized, seriously marginalized, and seriously oppressed. It was so bad that we were already in that state. And when the war broke out, it became impossible. If we thought of being marginalized in Nigeria, how worse could it have been in a Biafra? I'll just give you an example of what that means. My name is Senator Bennett Birabi. I'm from Ogoni. And I happen to have a pedigree that were more or less the founders of what is called modern Ogoni. Birabi Memorial Grammar School, which is the first post-secondary school in Ogoni, was built by my father, and in my village. The first day I was arrested by police in Bori, behind in my family compound, was that I walked through a place they call Ohafia Quarters. I was 13 years old. And for passing through that place, which no Ogodima was allowed to pass, except you were a houseboy or anything, I was arrested by the police. That's how bad, the rest is history. That's how bad it was. They later found out who I was, and I was let go. But that is how bad it was. Anyway, having said that, I want to say that an idea whose time has come, no force of human can stop it. The idea of restructuring of Nigeria has come, and I don't think anything can stop it. I used to have an argument with my friend, the late Chief, Dr. Doyen Kukwe, who were schoolmates, and I was telling him that the day Yorubas decide to restructure Nigeria, Nigeria will be restructured. They've got everything it takes, both economically, mentally, intellectually, and the political sagacity to do what they want to do politically in Nigeria. So that we got to this point today is because I think the Yorubas have decided to correct the wrongs that brought us to this quagmire. And I want to thank the organizers of this conference. And the only question is, what and how are we going to implement the decisions of this conference? Okay. Otherwise, the fact that we need to restructure is not subject to any debate. And for my big brothers, the Igbo people of the Eastern Nigeria, I want to assure them, we all drove from Port Harcourt from Lagos to get to this place. The roads we drove on are not, it wasn't through our territories. Roads are free. Burkina Faso is a landlocked state, so are Mali, but they get their imports by arrangement through countries that are by the sea. You don't have to own the sea or own the shore to be able to import. So this question of trying to expand into the sea so that you can have access to the sea is not necessary.
Thank you so much. Can you also give somebody else to say something before we hand over the marks to the audience? Please, sir, 2 minutes.
Thank you. I am Dr. Okachiku Dibia. I'm from Emoha in Rivers State. I'm supporting our group's proposal for Rivers region for the following reasons. Economy. As we speak today, agriculture used to be our mainstay. We don't want it to die. We want agro-processing firms in Rivers region, recognized by government and supported. 2, NDDC is in Rivers State, Rivers region. Rivers State has 13% derivation allocation. The Rivers region, as we are proposing today, are benefiting barely nothing from that. You recall that Buhari set up an investigation on NDDC. No report to today. I wish that report is out so that we can know how Rivers people are benefiting from federal structures in Rivers State. 13% derivation. The states have been having it. How well has it impacted on our lives? How well? In my community, Emoha today, we no longer go to farm because of insecurity. We want to be our own region, so we take responsibility for how we can grow ourselves. 13% for how many years? You can't find anything reasonable in most of our communities. My thesis was on Niger Delta development. From the year 2000 to the year 2020, that region has collected over 15 trillion naira. Where can you find it in our region? It's not there. Politicians have messed them up. We want to take responsibility for what happens to our lives and to our people. If we are in charge of ourselves, we can develop our potential the way we want. The essence of this gathering is saying that who you are is what you want to be. And you want to develop according to who you are. I like the Yoruba. Yoruba said, I listened to Gani OPC boy when I was in Lagos. He said, Yoruba wants to develop according to their culture. That is significant. Come to Rivers today, you can't find any culture on ground because everything has been bastardized. How can we be a people without clear identity? So, Rivers region will give us the opportunity to say, look, this is who we are. This is what we have. This is how we move to where we want to be. Thank you.
Thank you, presenters. A round of applause to members from Rivers State. Mine is to contribute to what you have said. All of you observed one thing in their presentation. Fortunately, I'm environmentalist. We know, all of us, what brought all of us here is that the system is not working the way it should be. Now we have common problem, common complaint. Yes, no doubt about that. One thing I observed in the presentation is that you have companies that will process crabs, fish, and stuff. We don't want to fall into the trap of what happened in the past. What framework have we planned? Because I want it to reflect in your presentation that no more spill of oil spillage that will not allow that processing company to function properly. Unless and until you address that, we will still go back to the same problem again, because it's very, very central to River State, very, very important. And the second thing I want to observe in their presentation is that the coverage is River State, the present River State, right? Yeah. I want to go back to what Aristotle said. Aristotle said, when a state is too big, like from here to Nasarawa State, that ship is too big to sail and is not good enough. And when you have a ship that is as long as a span of my hand, that ship equally is not good enough to sail, meaning it's too small. Now the question is not even a question actually, just an advice that how are we going to manage the issue of that state or the region if it is too small, for instance, in terms of land mass? How are we going to manage such problem if it emerges? Just to take note, it's not a question actually. Yeah? Yeah. Just an advice to reverse. Okay, you can answer it. Okay, it's all right. Thank you. Don't worry. Okay.
Good afternoon. This question is a very important one, and one that we must all pay attention to. Since yesterday until now, this is the first time that somebody outside Rivers region has ever mentioned the most dangerous thing that it is going through, pollution. And I thank you for it. I studied environmental science. I have a PhD in it. And let me give you one example. We have been trying for the past 10 years to ask government to come and clean our environment, heavily polluted environment, and it has refused. We are also asking government, as I speak, to come and clean our air. Our air is heavily polluted with methane and nitrous oxide. If you go through Ministry of Environment, Ministry of Petroleum, Nostria, NUPRC, you will see our names. They have tagged us militants for the environment. That is because you don't live there, so you don't know what happens there. It doesn't concern you. And that is why, since we have been talking since yesterday, it is only now it is coming up. And that is also why I chose to speak. We live in a house, and then we that live in that house know how to put an end to any danger in it. Thank you.
We live in a house, and those of us that live in that house know how to put an end to our problem. Mine is a very simple one: to take 3 concise questions. We want it to be questions because we have just 2 minutes to go, so that we don't begin to debate afresh. Then the second mandate I have is to put the question to us. So I would start from here and scan. There is someone there. Please give him the microphone.
Okay, can I see what is written there? Sorry. Thank you very much for this brilliant presentation.
Please, can you use your microphone? You can hear me clearly. Let them hear you clearly.
Thank you very much for this brilliant presentation. The Igbo are appealing to everybody to pay attention to the Igbo the way we have very respectfully paid attention to the Yoruba and paid attention to the Rivers advocates of Rivers region, because we've come here to have facts to restructure Nigeria. First of all, the first speaker, the professor, we agree, the Igbo nation agrees totally with all the principles you have laid down. Development, restructuring, and so on. We agree 100% with it. So thank you very much. Secondly, we agree also with part of the statement by Dr. Birabi. But there is an element the Igbo nation would like to clarify. That element is this. The Igbo nation fully supports Ogoni self-determination.
You have 30 more seconds.
The Igbo nation fully supports Ogoni self-determination. We supported it in 1994. We told Sarawua.
Thank you.
Excuse me, sir. There is something I'm arriving at. And they will like it. But what we do not support is what you said, that we don't need to have access to the sea to develop.
Thank you very much, sir.
We don't support that.
We're very grateful for the intervention.
And also, we don't support
the idea. Sir, I think we need to, just one moment, sir.
Yes, sir. We don't support the idea that Ogoni must develop only when it cuts some Igbo sections.
We're very grateful for your intervention. Please, when we're given the opportunity, we would request that we stick strictly to what you're asked to do, which is the question, but we're very grateful for the intervention. Now, we have one more person. Please give it to the lady there. After that, we'll take the question. Please, ma.
Thank you very much.
Just 1 minute.
Thank you very much. I want to ask the Rivers region whether they realize that this conference is a question. Do you realize that this conference is not a conference on the sins of the Nigerian state, which is why we are here, and it is not a conference on the many sins of government or the neglect of government, which is why we are here. This is a conference on ethno-linguistic restructuring of the Nigerian state, for the indigenous ethnicities to take back their sovereignty from Nigerian state and determine ethnically, linguistically, how they want to be governed. Rivers State has to tell us here who are the indigenous ethnicities in Rivers State and what is the traditional name of Port Harcourt. We hear the Yoruba, we hear the Igala, we hear the Okun Yoruba, we hear the Apa, we hear the Ibibio and Efik. What is the traditional name? What are your ethno-linguistic indigeneity? And what is the traditional name of Port Harcourt?
Thank you so much. We will thank you. Please, I think she deserves a round of applause. We will just give you 2 minutes. We'll put up the question. 2 minutes maximum. The time is up, but please let's give them 2 minutes.
Okay. We have struggled. struggled so hard not to go into that. But I want to say that we have struggled so hard not to go into that. But I want to say that we have struggled so hard not to go into that. But I want to say that we have struggled so hard not to go into that. But I want to say that we have struggled so hard not to go into that. But I want to say that we have struggled so hard not to go into that. But I want to say that we have struggled so hard not to go into that. But I want to say that we have struggled so hard not to go into that. But I want to say that we have struggled so hard not to go into that. But I want to say that we have struggled so hard not to go into that. But I want to say that we have struggled so hard not to go into that. But I want to say that we have struggled so hard not to go into that. But I want to say that we have struggled so hard not to go into that. But I want to say that we have struggled so hard not to go into that. But I want to say that we have struggled so hard not to go into that. But I want to say that we have struggled so hard not to go into that. But I want to say that we have struggled so hard not to go into that. But I want to say that we have struggled so we in Rivers region, we are good people. We don't want to hurt anyone here. But if you insist, okay, so now.
We don't insist, sir.
No, she insists. If the Igbos insist.
We don't insist.
The question, okay. The question is this. The answer is this. Who are the Igbos? Who was the first Igbo tribe? The first Igbo tribe was Wanshi. The Wanshi. No, I'm coming. The Wanshi was the first Igbo tribe. Eri now came. I'm coming.
Please,
calm
just
down.
a minute. We are moderating this. You have asked your question.
Now,
let's not impose how they answer the question.
The Eri tribe. Sorry, we cannot take this. Hold on. We have to answer this question. We have to. Let it take our time. Let's answer this question once and for all. Now, the Wanshi were not more than 2 feet tall. They were the original owners of...
You have 30 more seconds.
Yes. Then Eri came in as a spiritual leader in Eri. Fanel Aguleri, spiritual leader, and led for a long time before the Arochukwu Confederacy in 1640. Because of the military might of Arochukwu Confederacy, he took over the leadership of Eri. And they now sold themselves, the Arochukwu Confederacy sold themselves for more than 300 years. And the Niger...
Thank you so much, sir.
Hold on.
We are moderating this, sir.
Hold on. Please, hold on. Let me answer the question. Hold on. Please.
The time is up, sir.
No.
Sir.
No.
Sir.
Now, the thing is this. No. Sorry.
We are... Sorry, just a minute, sir. We are here moderating...
On the platform.
Yes.
On the platform.
Just a minute, sir. Just a minute, sir.
They fight.
Just 1 minute,
sir. They say that when we come here, they say... No,
please, we are moderating. Hold on, sir. We are the ones moderating this event. We are not here to fight. We are here to agree, and we must disagree before we agree. Just 1 moment. We must... Perfect. So we have the permission of the organizers and the convener to extend the time by another 5 minutes. So you have 3 minutes to deliver, then we'll put the question. Please stick to the 3 minutes.
No, I'm not finished. Hold on. The question has to be answered. Because each time we talk about this on the platform, each time we post things on the platform,
please let us not interrupt him. Let us listen. Just a minute, sir. Let us listen. He has 3 minutes. Let us give him his 3 minutes. Thank you, sir.
I can even use more than 3 minutes. It is the descendants of these slaves, freed slaves, abandoned slaves, and 1,600 ships of recaptives that repopulated the Niger Delta. We have a lot of slaves in my place. Diobu has a lot of slaves in their place. That was why I asked the first question here. Tell us your ancestry. Anybody who says, who is an Igbo man and has a homeland and says that he has any other place outside Igbo land is either a slave or a descendant of a slave.
You have 1 minute to round off. You have 1 minute to round off. Go ahead, sir.
1 minute. Okay. All right. One house, please. Please. One house.
Hello.
Yeah, I will answer.
Hello. Please, the house. Please.
Hello.
We are not here. Hello. We are not here to argue your differences up there. There is a committee that is going to come out on the issue of dispute of whatever, can we just go straight to the point? If there's anything difficult, the convener will know how to handle it. Please. Please.
All right, thank you. Madam, thank you for your question. I appreciate your question. Who are the ethnic groups in Rivers region? Who are the ethnic groups in Rivers region? Simple. There is, wait now. No. Okay. In Rivers region, we have the Ikwere. I'm coming, please. Ikwere people are there. Ikwere is our political name. Our native name is Ihuaha. That's number one. Number two, we have the Ekpeye people. Ekpeye people are there. We have the Oba people are there. Eche are there. Eleme is there. Ogoni is there. Oyigbo is there. Now, let me make one point clear. Ikwere history has been established, as you all know, is one of the national languages recognized by federal government since 1987. We are also recognized as one of the ethnic groups in Nigeria. We have our languages, our cultures. Similarity does not mean that is who I am. Similarity with
okay, thank you so much, sir. Please, a round of applause for him.
Yes.
A round of applause for him. Thank you so much. We believe you have dealt decisively with the question. Now, let me put it to the assembly. Have they satisfied the requirement? Those in favor, say aye. Those against, say nay. The ayes have it. Yeah, we are not.
All right, viewers, your contribution is vital to this discussion. Please, no sentiments. This thing is a very serious issue. Well, I am still Chinedu till I come your way next time.